others is watching TV, while others is eating, while others is moving and grooving and doing everything that's not pertaining to their goals, we here, we locked in, we tapped in, we presentable, and it's public speaking. Like this helps us in all aspects of our business. So tapping into this, listen, this the key to the door of opportunities, and you here.
Right.
Big things are gone. Big things are gone.
Big things.
Welcome, King Manny. Let's get it. We in the building. Hey, King.
How you doing?
King Manny?
King Manny.
Hey, how you guys doing? It's my first time here, actually. Is that a paper?
Whoa, hold up. Let me say something. Shout out to you for this being your first time being in the building and coming with your camera on. People don't do that. People be here for months and never turn their camera on. So shout out to you for showing up, but showing all the way up. Like you really showed up. So I gotta snap it up for you.
Hey, I usually, but I have time right now, so I got to jump in. Class is really important. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Absolutely.
What was your question, King? What was your question, Manny?
Oh, yes, I was asking, is that a paid program, the Unleashing Your Speaking, the speaking program?
So did you get the necessary tool for the class, the book on the Luhv Plus app?
No, I didn't get the book. So you're supposed to get the book and stuff. And is it every Tuesday?
So that's your admission into the classes. So let's see if we could drop the link for you right now, actually, because you showed up like Coach Magic said with your camera on. So you a man of action. It's given I do things right now, real time.
Yeah, I mean, I got to get plugged in.
Absolutely. See if we could drop that for you.
All right.
So I just want to ask you, Manny, what was it that made you come into the class and have your camera on already? Like, what was the thought process behind that?
Man, honestly, like I really been missing in action when it comes to that part. Every Tuesday, I know they be talking about, the speaking class. And I know every time in the morning too, when they be having the accountability calls in the morning, is it that or with Coach Crew? I usually be at work from 6 in the morning to 6 at night. Got a family to take care of. I don't want to bring no excuses, so that's why I really don't be jumping in like that. No excuses, man. You just got to go get it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so today was just the day that you said, I'm showing all the way up.
Yeah, my son's not in football practice today, so I just plugged in and trying to see how the whole process work every Tuesday. You guys have been doing.
Yeah. Shout out to you. Like I said, I got to snap it up for you for showing all the way up. This is my first time seeing you. This is your first time in the class. So shout out to you for being present and coming here and putting your all out effort to get exactly what you came here for, because you're going to get what you came here for, but you're going to get a lot more than you expected.
Definitely. I really, really appreciate that, Magic. Thank you for the good words, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, Manny, the link is in the chat. You'll be able to get the Speak with Confidence, and that's going to help you throughout the course, throughout the class, and absolutely throughout life when it comes to speaking with confidence, when it comes to unleashing your voice, and the entirety of the program.
Yeah, do they ship the book to you after you pay for it, or how does that work? Is it an ebook or?
It's an ebook.
The ebook? Okay. So I just got to print it out. Okay. Yeah.
Print it out, bookmark it, put it in your files, whatever works best.
But see, Manny ain't come to play no games, though. He said, I'm going to print it out.
Hey,
I mean, even think about that. I get an ebook and I'm going to print it out.
Hey, I got to, man. I don't like be on the phone. I'd rather have it in front of me. I could highlight. you know, take it to the other level type of way. I'm more focused when something printed out in front of me.
Yeah, exactly. Intentional.
Definitely,
Man,
definitely. Really appreciate that, man.
I don't know. We might have to give Manny some kind of award or something because he's intentional. Like I know when people are talking about things, and I know when people are actually saying something. Now I'm like, oh yeah, they put the work in. They ready to put the work in. So
Oh
Manny's
yeah.
one of the people.
Hey, no excuses, man. You know, if I have time, got to make it happen. Yeah.
All right. How we feeling? Great stuff. Good to see Manny here for the first time. Everybody unmute yourselves, clap it up and snap it up for King Manny for showing up.
Manny,
Hey, thank you, thank
thanks
you.
for
Yeah.
coming through, King. Welcome, welcome. We welcome you, King.
Welcome,
Nice
King.
having
Yes.
you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm so dark today, but I guess my lighting a little dark today. But all right, cool. So look, Moya, share your screen. Let's go to week 6. Let's go to week 6. Jasmine, you want to set the intention for today? You want to read the heading and just generate the intention for us on week 6?
Absolutely.
Fine, 1 second.
Drop how you feeling in the chat just so we can express it. Get used to writing down how you're feeling. It's good when you say how you're feeling multiple times. So write how you're feeling in the chat. We want to know because for me, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed. I was a little hungry, but I had a smoothie. I had to stop by Publix. So me and Apolline, we went to Publix, got something to drink, which was dope. But I wanted some more food. You ever feel like you want some food? You want to be nourished with food? Like it's not about being full. It's about having food, right? It's about the comfort of being able to chew, to being able to have that food, to being able to have that in your system. You feel it in your body. And one of the things is today we're gonna get some food. If y'all want to get some food today, drop food in the chat. If y'all want to get some food, drop food in the chat. That's not. That's
right.
not.
It's the wrong PDF, right? I'm sorry.
Drop food in the chat. So the biggest thing for us is like, what are we doing to nourish our mind, right? You nourish your body, or at least we attempt to, most of us, but we want to nourish our minds. Shout out to Jessica and Jenny too, because Jessica and Jenny speaks multiple languages. Jessica's always teaching me some stuff. She give me the words of the day sometimes, and I try to practice it. We one night, how long we was on the phone, Jessica? Like practicing, like we were practicing for so long. Actually, go to week 7 because we did that last. Yeah, go to week 7. So to just understanding that, yeah, in her language, I'm at a baby level. And the reality of it is, if I just keep practicing, I'll be more fluent, right? So everybody is starting off at a basic level when you first enter into whatever it is. Maybe it's speaking, maybe it's writing, maybe it's sports. But you're entering at a basic level, and whatever gift that you have based upon whatever you've been doing, you've been cultivating, and you've been practicing, so you have certain levels of attributes. When it comes to public speaking, it's all about just building those levels of attributes. Think about it this way. You're not new to public speaking. Like when you were back in school, childhood, you've been a person that raised your hand and spoke in front of the class. May have been, a scary thing, or maybe your heart was pounding, but you've done it, right? This is not the first time you speak in front of people. Like you speak in front of people every day. So you have practice speaking naturally. Now, the only thing that comes into play that hurts us sometimes is when other people are around. How do you feel? If you feel like when more people are around, you kind of get deeper inside your mind, or you kind of get nervous, or you kind of lose track of your words, or you might not feel as confident, put that in the chat. Put the answer in the chat. That's you when more people show up. While you're speaking, the more people who gather, just let me know. I want to get the understanding. Like, there's a lot of people missing in this class, and that's not an issue for the people who showed up because literally the people who shown up is going to get to work. Like Jasmine mentioned, we're not taking days off. The reason why we're not taking days off is because life does not give you a pass. If we realize that life does not give us a pass, we would not want to take days off. Before I left today, being that I've not hit the gym in like that last 4 days, almost 5 days now, I said, no, I got to lift some weights until I feel like my arms are a little tired. And just doing that one thing helped me to put me back in the motion of doing workout, right? So last night before that, I did push-ups. That was the thing that set it in motion. So if we could just do 1% improvements each day on our public speaking. So right now you may talk in front of 5 people. You may talk in front of 15, 25, 50, but guess what? It's all talking in front of one person. And that one person is you. Other people are observing, but they're observing you. So they're not judging you. And even if they were, you would never know what was in their head. So what's the point of worrying about what they said? So please scroll down a little bit so we can see the title. We're going to let Jasmine go ahead and generate this for us so that way we can get this going. So
I love
week
it.
7.
I love it. I love it. The schedule. Oh, this has so many meanings just from those 2 words, the schedule. Week 7, tapping into the power of the pause, discussing the importance of pausing in confident speaking, teaching how to effectively use pauses for emphasis, reflection, and to control the pace, sharing examples of speakers who are effectively using pauses to engage in the audience, engaging students in activities or presentations where they can practice incorporating intentional pauses in their speaking. The power of the pause. Love it.
I know, like if you're from New York, then y'all use pause a lot. Anything that
Yeah,
comes
like
you're gonna say pause. So y'all got history and power to pause. So anybody from New York has an advantage right now, okay? Because they tell you when to pause. They
Right.
straight up let you know when to pause, right? So like if you are from New York, then you understand that. All right, cool. So let's go to the next slide. We're gonna start breaking this down. So when we talk about the power of the pause, what I want everybody to get is I want you to pause after the sentence, mainly. Like mainly I want you to pause after the sentence. Do not want you to pause in between your sentences. I want you to pause mainly after the sentence. Like if you pause in between the sentence, what you're doing, let me ask you a question first. Would anybody pause while they're speaking? In fact, let's do it in real time. If I'm saying this to you now and then I hit a pause, what happened to you just now? What were you doing? Can somebody just raise their virtual hand and just, kind of talk about it? What were you doing when I paused right there? Everybody was doing the same thing. So it's just anybody can come up and share. Like we all know what you were doing. So don't try to hide. And it's only 7 of us here. So raise your virtual hand and come up.
Let me raise my hand. All right. I was looking for the next, like the sentence, what's coming next? Like what are we really talking about? I didn't want to lose attention, so I was fishing for what's coming next.
Anybody else? Anybody else want to share? Everybody, look, first of all, it's 7 people in here. Everybody should be like, get comfortable now. If you can't speak in front of 7 people, come on. Like, we're going to have a tough time getting you in front of 70. So, Kiara, don't put your hand up. Manny, definitely get your hand up. Jessica, your hand should be the first one up, Jessica. Jessica hiding right now. She's shaking. All right, let's go with the first person, Jazz.
Let's get it. King Manny. Unmute. Let's hear how you felt.
Yeah, I feel like when he paused, it kind of like bring a big to what he was saying. It make an impact out of the words that he said before, trying to make you. It just bring a bigger impact to whatever the statement that he just made. To me, that's how I look at it.
Okay. Thank you, King. Let's show some love to King Manny in the chat. Queen Kira, come through, Queen.
Hi, everybody. So yeah, when he paused, first of all, I was multitasking, right? So, but I was trying to figure out like, okay, so what's next? And like, for example, when people pause like in the middle of like a conversation, like I just be like, are you still here? Like what happened? Like you left and where'd you go? Because like now I'm confused. So that's what happens to me when people pause in the middle of a conversation or pause before, the end of the sentence.
Okay, so there's different feelings, right? Moya, will you mind sharing the next PDF, please, and go into this part? So when someone pauses, right, there's opening up different ways for connectivity. Now, there's different layers to it, yes, but the first thing that most people are going to think about, they're going to think about what was said just a minute ago. That's most people. Secondly, under that, the next group of people are going to think about what is the next thing. Okay, what is he about to say? Because they're following along to see what else is coming along. And then the third group is going to question themselves. Like that's just usually how it is. So get comfortable with understanding who you're talking to know when to pause. So if someone is speaking to you and they're constantly saying this to you, do you know what I mean? Or you get that, right? That they're looking for ways for you to reinforce the fact that you understand what they're saying. So you want to be careful with your pauses with those individuals, right? With those individuals, what happens is they lose track of the conversation. Like you ever ask somebody a question during a conversation and they go, "Oh, wait, I didn't really hear you." Those people who question themselves, they kind of lose track in the speaking, lose track in the conversation. So to engage everybody, you want to use tone inflection. You want to use body language. You want to keep them captivated in a sense of this right here is thrilling. How do you do that? You combine all the elements, as I mentioned, with the body language, tone inflection, and you also want to do pauses. So when something is if something is huge and you want to give somebody something to think about, you definitely want to go to the pause. If you know that they're a person that's following along and you want to keep them attached to the story, you got to know where in that story to drop the pause. So for example, y'all have ever seen cliffhangers? You ever seen on TV shows they got to be continued? They left you at the perfect place, right? They dropped you off the perfect place to put the pause at. You're like, oh man, I kind of knew it was going to be to be continued because it was the time that it was going over to the time. So the show was supposed to be over at 9:00, and they were still in the midst of it all, and it was 8:58. So I already knew that. All right, damn, something's about to happen. So it kept you on your edge of your seat. But when they said pause, it made you feel like, wow, I want to know what's happening next. So you can't wait to tune in. Now shows like TV series, they use this all the time now. Now they utilize this all the time. You ever wonder why you get caught in a hook of like Lifetime or some of these Netflix shows where at the end of the one show, they go into the next show and it keeps you continuously hooked because the way they ended off with a cliffhanger. They ended off with a pause where it makes you feel like, what the heck just happened? So whether or not the two shows that's showing simultaneously are connected to each other, you still want to see what's happening in the next show, right? So they have learned the art of pausing and they pause at the perfect time. So we're going to learn how to do that. So that way, when we make offers, when we sell, we're going to help create that anticipation. See, you want to be able to create anticipation by utilizing your imagination. So what we're going to do is this. We got a few people in here. We're going to go from left to right or whatever order that Jasmine sees fit. And you're going to have everybody basically read a little bit of the PDF. If that's clear, put clear in the chat.
Let's get it.
Yes, we're going to teach you how long to pause. You're not going to pause for too long, and you're not going to lose anybody with the pause. Trust me. There's a power. There's a power in the pause. So when you look at the PDF right here, what is it saying? The art of pausing. So we're going to show you when to pause, right? So Jasmine, can you just jump it off and read the first two paragraphs, then just pass it over? Each person, how you feel, Jazz? Let everybody pass it to the next person to keep that interactivity going, or you want to delegate it out?
I'll delegate it out because it's an order.
All right, let's get it.
All right, but okay. Pausing is often.
Oh, hold on. We always do what? When reading something, we always do what? Read the heading. Always. Never skip that part.
You're right, my chat blocking it. Okay. All right. The art of pausing. Pausing is an often underestimated yet powerful technique that can greatly enhance your speaking confidence. Embrace the power of intentional pauses to elevate the impact of your message and captivate your audience.
Can you read it again? And can you read it with pauses?
All right. The art of pausing. Pausing is an often underestimated yet powerful technique that can greatly enhance your speaking confidence.
Pause right there. Pause right there. Did anybody see where the pauses could fit? Let me know, because I know you start to get a sense of when to pause, right? Did anybody see? Can you raise your virtual hand and come up, please? And just Jasmine, call on them so that way we can.
Let's get it, Kira. Kira, the magic.
I would say here it said the pause right after it says pausing is often underestimated. Pause.
Ooh, hold on. Okay, Kara. Drop some fire emojis for Kara in the chat, because that was spot on. But I want to know why.
For me, it left me wanting more. Like, okay, like now I know you're about to drop something. Like, tell me why is it often underestimated? So that's why for me, I would have paused right there.
You're getting it. It's telling you the what, and then the pause is right before what?
The information you're about to receive, or the why?
Right. They tell you the what. Put the structure down, everybody. Write this down, and so that way you get the structure. So it's telling you what, and then you pause right after the what. Because if you pause right after the what, then you can deliver the why. People are open to the why because you're setting them up to receive the why. So not only could she have paused right after underestimated, because when you say pausing is it often underestimated, you could pause right there, yet powerful technique, right? You could pause right there, but what happened to you right there? Like when you heard that the pause could fit right there, what was in your mind?
Me? Oh, I wanted more. That was what was in my mind. Like, okay, tell me why. That was what was in my mind.
All right. Great stuff. Great stuff. So let's go send some love to Kara in the chat. Let's go to the next person, Queen.
Yes. Wait, so you ain't hear my pause after underestimated? It was too short?
No. It was too short. It wasn't a
okay. All right.
Like that's how we was able to notify that, okay, damn, it's right there. But go ahead. I think somebody else had their hand up. There was two people up there.
Coach Magic.
All right, so the question was, where can pauses fit, or how I felt after the pauses?
Well, the first question is, where did you see the pause could fit at? That was the first question.
Okay, so let's go to the second paragraph, because I don't think anybody did that yet. So embrace the power of intentional pauses. Okay, so embrace the power of intentional pauses to elevate the impact of your message and captivate your audience.
You do know that's not a pause, though, right? You weren't aware of that. That was the same thing. That was the same exact thing Jasmine did. That's not a pause. That's just reading it well. That's called reading it well. That's not a pause.
Okay.
So you should have just waited until we got to the second part again, and then you could have easily seen it. But I know you were trying to get ahead. But one of the other places she could have paused was at the title.
Yeah.
The art of pausing. Right? She could have went into it after saying that. So, all right, let's start from the top to go through both paragraphs, and then we're going to do the second paragraph and see where we could have paused.
All right. Give me 1 second. The art of pausing. Pausing is an often underestimated yet powerful technique that can greatly enhance your speaking confidence. Embrace the power of intentional pauses to elevate the impact of your message and captivate your audience.
All right, great stuff. You want to go again, Magic, and see if you can put the pause there in the second one?
Okay. Embrace the power of intentional pauses to elevate the impact of your message and captivate your audience.
Right. So, can anybody tell where the pause goes in this one? I know. Look, I'm gonna trick you with the wording of it, but he just read it twice. Jasmine just read it twice. It's a feeling. It's not even a guessing thing. You just have to feel it. So, can somebody answer that, please? Hopefully somebody can get. Got some hands up.
Moya. Queen Moya, come through. Save us all.
I felt it right after embrace the power of intentional pauses. And then after, I would pause right there where it says pauses. Am I on track?
I'm gonna be honest with you. You could, but watch this though. Read it again, Jasmine, and then do exactly what she said.
What Moya said?
Yeah.
Okay. From the art of pausing. Okay.
Do it. Yeah. Only do it from embracing the power. From the second paragraph.
Okay. Embrace the power of intentional pauses to elevate the impact. Oh, that sounds mad weird. To elevate.
Hold on, right there. Be honest, y'all. Did y'all feel that the pause was needed, or was it unnecessary?
It was forced.
Right. It was forced. So that's why I said it's a feeling. So Moya was just guessing that the pause could go there because the way that y'all were reading it, it sounded like a pause, but that's not a pause. That's just you're reading it well. You're supposed to read like that. You're reading it well. You're giving people a space to listen to it without talking too fast. But no pause is needed. You can feel when the pause can be used. I'm telling you, that's the whole practice. So great job, everybody, on that one. Good stuff, Moya, for pointing that out. Now let's get to the participation for everybody else. So let's continue to scroll down. Let's go to the next slide. All right. So now we're going to get into the thick of it. So who's going to read this, Jazz?
Let's get it. We got King Manny. Come through, King Manny.
All right.
Start with the title and then do your thug thizzle for the paragraph.
Let me flip this. I'm on my phone, actually. All right, the art of pausing, adding emphasis to creating impact. Strategic pause allow you to add. Can I just read it first before because you know.
All you're doing is reading it right now. That's all you're doing.
Oh, you're reading it right now. Okay. Yeah. So strategy pause allow you to add emphasis and create impactful moments in your speech. By pausing before or after significant points or a key word, you draw attention to it. Oh, my phone is about to die. Making it stand out and resonate with your audience. Pauses provide a moment of reflection, allowing your listener to fully observe and internalize the importance of what you have just shared.
All right, great stuff. Everybody send some love to Manny. Manny, get that charger, brother. All right, so who can tell where the pause goes here? Like, where can you add a pause here? Remember, this is about power, right? Look at the art of pausing. Look at what we're saying, to add emphasis, right? When you want to add some impact, to create a memorable moment in your speech. This is talk about strategy. You want to know when to add the pause. So you don't want to just keep adding pauses. You don't want to speak like that. You don't want to speak with a lot of pauses. I promise you, you would not do yourself justice. Please don't do that. Just do not do it. You want to talk with a flow, and then the pauses is to break the flow, to make a person remember what you're saying right now, or to anticipate what's about to happen next. So it's adding emphasis and create an impactful moment within the speech. So where can we add emphasis here to create a impactful moment? Oh, everybody's scared now. Look, no, this is look, man. We're here to
Raise your
learn.
virtual hands. Let's get it.
We're here to learn and grow, y'all. Why is everybody on the sideline? You're here to get better. The only way you're going to get better is if you raise your hand and get in here. Y'all think, like if I came up here all scared every day, you'd be like, "Nah, I can't go listen to Coach Crew. He is a fraidy cat. Like I can't do it." Like, come on, y'all. Let's actually put the work in. Who's up? Let's go.
Let's get Ebony up. Let's get Ebony up. I want to hear this queen's voice.
Good evening. So I think we could get impact from by pausing before or after a significant point or a keyword. You draw attention to it, make it stand out, and resonate with your audience.
Right, but where will we add the pause at in this paragraph here?
Okay. I would say that we would add the pause as strategic pauses allows you to add emphasis and create impactful moments in your speech.
See, okay, that's a cheat code because a period automatically tells you when to pause, but that's a short pause. So there are short pauses and there are long pauses. This is talking about long pause at the moment. This is what we're talking about, long pause. So the long pause is strictly for a strategy purpose. Now, whether you're going to add some emphasis, whether you're going to have some impact, or you're going to draw attention, have some anticipation, make it stand out, those are the things that are going to happen with the long pause. The short pauses, like when Apolline was doing it, you might not have been here, but Apolline was doing a bunch of short pauses. Those really should only be after a period. Like those should only be after a period. You should speak like this. Strategic pauses allow you to add emphasis, right? Like that flow. You want to continue with that flow. Go word after word until you get to the period. That's when you pause. But then when you get to specific parts of your sentences in the paragraph, then you want to elongate the pause. So in this one right here, where would it be impactful to pause
at? I think I would actually really say that by pausing before or after a significant point, pause, or a keyword, you draw attention to it, pause, make it stand out, and resonate with your audience. Period.
All right. Okay, cool. Can somebody read that like that? And then we're going to feel if that's actually correct. Can somebody read that? Who? Jasmine, you want to help out?
Yeah, let's get it. Queen Moya, come through. Read that for us the way Queen Ebony said. So she said a pause after point. So by pausing before or after a significant point, pause, or keyword, you draw attention to it, pause, making it stand out and resonating with your audience.
Okay. Strategic pauses. Do you want me to read the whole thing starting from the art of pausing?
No, just from the beginning of the sentence.
Okay. Strategic pauses allow you to add emphasis and create impactful moments in your speech. By pausing before or after a significant point or a key word, you draw attention to it, make it stand out and resonate with your audience. Pauses provide a moment of reflection, allowing your listeners to fully absorb and internalize the importance of what you have just shared.
Okay. Next time, just stop before, like just stop after the sentence, so that way we don't lose the feeling of what they had. I can keep up with that, but just for the sake of the exercise, just always stop after that sentence that person gave the pause in, okay? That's just the rules going forward. So how did that feel to everybody? Did that feel natural? Did that feel like the pause was necessary there or unnecessary?
It didn't, since I read it, it didn't feel natural.
Anybody else drop it in the chat? Ebony, drop how you felt. Put it in the chat. Apolline, come on, bro. Stay with the program. Stop jumping ahead, bro. Like, stay with the program. Stay with the program. We're asking this question. We're asking about this question. Answer this question. like this one. All right, cool, bro. How did we feel? What's going on, y'all? How we feel? Manny second guessing himself that he like, I don't know which one to go with. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to say something. Yo, just I want it to be natural. I want y'all to feel like, because this is powerful stuff. And if you get this down, you're gonna be able to enhance your life. Like, I know it's just a pause, but I'm telling you, like, if we're using it and you're inside of our program and we utilize it on you, then I'm telling you, just take what we gave you. Okay, so that way you can do the same thing. So please. All right, let's go with the next person. Who's next?
Queen Kira, come through, Queen Kira.
Where should the pause be?
Well, okay. I felt like the pause should have, when Ebony was reading it, it felt like where it said, hold on, I should be wearing my glasses. Where it goes after a significant point or a keyword, short pause, you draw attention to it, short pause, making it stand out and resonate with your audience. And the reason why I say there is because you're stating facts right there. Like, you're stating the reasons right there. So that's why I just felt like a short pause in between those three things for me.
That was good. That was good. It's also a cheat code because it's giving you the answer. The commas give you the answer. The period gives you the answer. You are supposed to pause on those punctuation marks, right? Because that is going to allow you the notification to how to deliver the message. So that's why that's in writing, right? So now if we're coming to speaking, we want to know where that fits naturally, right? Because when you're speaking, you're going to say it a little bit different than reading it. That's just the natural reality of it. So we're focused on the speaking. So we want to, like, yes, if y'all notice that the pauses should happen around the commas, the punctuation marks, that's cool, but that's not the answer that we're going to look for, because we're looking for the long pause. The pauses that doesn't necessarily tell you that. However, you still, just so y'all know, that still can be your answer. Like, that can still be an answer. I'm just making sure you understand that naturally you're going to feel like the pauses fit there because the punctuation marks dictate that that's where that goes. So naturally you're going to feel this. So that was good. That was a good answer. Anybody, next person. Good job, Kara. Everybody send some love to Kara in the chat.
Yes, absolutely. Send some love to Queen Kira. Moya, is that your hand up new or from the last time? All right, let's go to Coach Magic. Come through.
Sorry, I was speaking. I was saying it's a new hand.
Oh.
I was on mute. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was saying the same as Kara with the commas, but also I wanted to say there should be a pause after making it stand out as well.
Making it stand out?
Yes. I read it a few times and I felt a pause.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one, but like, everybody's gonna be like, oh, okay, when we have you do it over with the one that is the biggest impact, because it's strategy. Think about it. If you use pauses all over here, you're not gonna sound good. So we're looking for the best place to add the emphasis of the long pause. Like, there are going to be some short pauses, and yes, there will be punctuation marks that dictate where to do the pause. But even in the punctuation marks, yes, we're going to have some long pauses there too, right? We understand that. So great job, Moya. Everybody send some love to Moya. That was good. But y'all bringing up some cheats right now. Y'all bringing up some cheats. All right, cool. Next person.
Yes, Moya. Let's get it. Coach Magic, come through, King Apolline.
Okay, I don't want this to be short pauses. Let me see. Hold on. All right, so strategic pauses allow you to add emphasis and create impactful moments in your speech. So I think after strategic pauses, it could be a pause there.
It could be a pause there, but let's have you read it and just read maybe 2 sentences and let's see how it feels. So start from the top. So start from the top with this one.
The whole thing.
Yeah, start all the way from the art of pausing.
The art of pausing, adding emphasis and creating impact. Strategic pauses allow you to add emphasis and create impactful movements. Why do I keep saying movements? Let me start over. My bad. The art of pausing, adding emphasis and creating impact. Strategic pauses allow you to add emphasis and create impactful moments in your speech. By pausing before or after a significant point or key word, you draw attention to it, making it stand out and resonate.
All right, right there. Remember, like when you say where the pause should go, let's not go too far after that because then we're gonna forget how it felt. You get what I'm saying? So anytime y'all come up and you say this is where the pause should be at, when you read that sentence, let's just come to an end at that point. Maybe you can read one more, but let's just come to an end shortly after you give us where the pause goes, so that way we understand and feel it. All right. So let's start it just from the strategic pauses part.
Yeah, because I was just reading it. I wasn't really trying to point out where the pauses should go.
You did. You showed us where. You said strategic pauses, and you said that's where it would go.
Yeah.
So that's why we had you read it from the top, so that way you could give us the whole flow of it. But just do that one more time. Start from the top, always from the beginning, and just stop at just do one sentence. Yeah, just do one sentence. Stop at speech.
Stop after one sentence.
Yeah, stop after one sentence.
Okay. The art of pausing, adding emphasis and creating impact. Strategic pauses allow you to add emphasis and create impactful movements. Why do I keep saying movements? It just looked like movements to me. All right. Let me start over one more time. My bad. The art of pausing, adding emphasis and creating impact. Strategic pauses allow you to add emphasis and create impactful moments in your speech.
All right, cool. So was that pause necessary or unnecessary? Let's just let us know in the chat. How are we feeling about that?
I made it sound good, so I know it was necessary. I made it sound good.
He said, look, it's necessary because I made it sound good. All right, let us know in the chat. I don't see nothing in the chat. Y'all like typing slowly today? Let us know in the chitty. It's super unnecessary. It's super, somebody said necessary. It's super unnecessary. Do not do that. Do not do that. You will lose people. Do not do it. I mentioned to y'all in the very beginning, use a flow. The art of pausing. Add an emphasis and create an impact, right? Like you want to create a flow when you're talking. Do not do multiple pauses within one sentence. Do not do it. It's just unnecessary. It will hurt you. Whether you believe that is good or not, it's not good for you. Just understand it. Okay, create a flow. What do we have to do when we speak, y'all?
Create a flow.
Put it in the chat. Put the answer in a chitty. All right, so the art of pausing. Add an emphasis and create an impact. Strategic pauses allow you to add emphasis and create impactful moments in your speech. By pausing before or after a significant point or key word, you draw attention to it, making it stand out and resonate with your audience. So that's a natural way of speaking with the punctuation marks telling you what to do, which is great. You can speak like that. Do not add multiple unnecessary pauses in there, y'all, because it's an art to it. So the art is adding emphasis. So where would you like to add emphasis or create impact or a memorable part? So you want to add emphasis and create a memorable part on strategic pauses? Is that's your big hurrah? Right? Okay, cool. Let's move down to the next one that somebody said. So you want your big hurrah to be at a significant point or keyword? Like you want to make it make sense. And you want to make the pause felt. The best place for this sentence to add a pause would be after what? Moment of reflection. So when Apolline was putting that in the chat, that's why I was saying he was getting ahead of everybody, because that's exactly where you should place it. Right there, Jasmine. And so somebody else who wants to read it over and place the emphasis at reflection. Read the entire thing, place emphasis at reflection, and let's see if we felt something different reading it this time.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
In fact, hold on. Let's have two people do it. Let somebody come up and just read it regular. Just read it how it is, and then we're gonna have somebody come up and read it with the reflection part of being the pause. So who can do it? Let's see. We got Moya and who else? Okay,
I'll read it.
All right, cool. We got Kira.
Moya.
So let Moya go first, and then we let Kira do it with the pause after reflection. Ready? Let's go.
Sorry, I was on mute. The art of pausing, adding emphasis and creating impact. Strategic pauses allow you to add emphasis and create impactful moments in your speech. By pausing before or after a significant point or a key word, you draw attention to it, making it stand out and resonate with your audience. Pauses provide a moment of reflection. Allowing
Hold on. I feel like you're actually moving a little bit slower than you normally read. Why is that? Why does that happen?
What do you mean?
Are you trying to like practice the art of pausing right now? Like, is that what you're doing? All right, go ahead. Continue.
So I gave a long pause at reflection.
No, I told you not to do that. I said read it regular. No, I said read it regular. Let the next person come up and read the pause. That's what I said.
Okay, I'm
It sounds
sorry.
like you've been practicing your pausing. Nah, just we don't got time. We don't got time to redo it. Just let Kara come up and read the whole thing and stop at pause, man. Good job, boy. Everybody send love to boy in the chat.
Blessings, family.
Make this big. The art of pausing, adding emphasis and creating impact. Strategic pauses allow you to add emphasis and create impactful moments in your speech. By pausing before or after a significant point or a key word, you draw attention to it, you make it stand out and resonate with your audience. Pauses provide a moment of reflection, allowing your listeners to fully absorb and internalize the importance of what you just shared.
Okay, was that pause at reflection unnecessary or necessary? Did you feel anything at that pause? You could be totally honest and transparent. Put the answer in the chat.
I ain't feel nothing. I guess because I was just reading it.
All right, so remember, when you're speaking, find where to add the pause. Find where to add it. The reason why that reflection part was the biggest emphasis, because all the other parts were just telling you what it's going to do. And the reflection part, when that came up, it allowed you to do exactly what that said. So when the pause, so I see what Jasmine is saying. Somebody said it. If it was a little bit longer, more people would have felt it. However, I did feel it when you paused it, because when you said reflection, it automatically gave me the mindset to reflect. Like automatically, it was way more impactful than anything else that anyone else has said. And great job for everybody, because nobody was wrong. Those were good pauses for where everybody put them at. But we're talking about the most impactful, to add that emphasis, to add that memorable moment, right? So great job, everybody. Send that love in the chat to everybody. And Kara, next time, just read it with your real heart. Like, don't read anything just to read it, because then you just on autopilot. All right, cool. So let's go to the next slide. Who's up next? Who got this next?
Let's get it. Let's get it. Raise your virtual hands. Who's up next? Who we haven't heard from?
Where's Jessica at? Get Jessica on here.
Jessica, let's go. The art of pausing. We waiting for you, Jess. You got this, Jess. Let's get it, Jess.
Bring them up.
Let's go,
Let's
Jess.
go.
Let's go, Jess.
Yeah, Jess about to DM me. Stop it. About to DM me, y'all. All right, go ahead. Choose somebody.
Let's get it. Queen Ebony, come through, Queen Ebony.
Okay. The art of pausing, Enhancing the flow and clarity of your speech. Pauses play a crucial role in enhancing the flow and clarity of your speech. They provide natural breaks, allowing your audience to process the information and giving you time to gather your thoughts. Well-placed pauses can help you maintain a steady pace, prevent rushing, and ensure that your message is delivered with clarity and coherence. Pauses also create a sense of anticipation, keeping your audience engaged and attentive.
All right, great stuff. Let's get one more person. Everybody send some love to Queen Ebony in the chat. Let's get one person to read it straight through.
Let's go. Queen Moya, come through.
Hey, yo, shout out to Moya. Moya's been participating. It's the most time she participated. Snap it up, clap it up for Moya. Good job, Moya. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you, family. The art of pausing. Enhancing the flow and clarity of your speech. Pauses play a crucial role in enhancing the flow and clarity of your speech. They provide natural breaks, allowing your audience to process the information and giving you time to gather your thoughts. Well-placed pauses can help you maintain a steady pace, preventing rushing and ensuring that your message is delivered with clarity and coherence. Pauses also create a sense of anticipation, keeping your audience engaged and attentive.
All right, great stuff. Let's go to the next slide. Everybody send some love to Moya in the chat. Great job. So we're going to do some tips for public speaking before we go out. Let's have somebody read this and read it with pauses. We're going to also touch on this next week, but for now, I want everybody to get familiar with just the pauses right now, but we're going to touch on this a little bit before we go. So can someone read this part and then add the pauses where necessary?
Let's get it. I seen King Manny's hand up and then he lowered it. So I'm going to have to call you back up, King. Yeah, that's the one.
I can read it. All right, did you call me or?
Yes, King, you got it. You're gonna start with the title, and then you're gonna go into the 2 paragraphs and implement the pauses as well.
All right, let's go. All right, tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidence, deliver memorable presentations. Improvement in public speaking requires practice and persistence. Embrace opportunity to speak publicly, seek feedback, and continuously refine your approach.
All right, great job. Let's go to somebody else. Who's next? Send some love to Manny in the chat, please.
All right, we have King Apolline and then Bruce to follow right after. Let's get it.
Oh, we got Bruce in the building now? Okay. Yeah. So tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidently deliver memorable presentations. Improvement in public speaking requires practice and persistence. Embrace opportunities to speak publicly. Seek feedback and continuously refine your approach.
All right, great job. So when everybody comes up, I want you to incorporate everything we've been learning for the last few weeks. Tone inflection, flow, body language, pauses, and emphasis, right? So please remember all of that when you come up. So that way you're putting the total package together when it comes to speaking. So you want to do your hand gestures. You want to talk. You want to add emphasis, right? When Apolline came up, he said tips for public speaking. You want to add that, tips for public speaking. When you come in, think about where should you pause. I love the fact when you pause, when you say public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips, like I like that. But I want you to feel how it feels to you. So just go with the flow. Don't overcomplicate it. Just know while you're talking to add that pause into it. Remember what pauses are going to do for you. Scroll back up to the previous page for us, please. Real quick, somebody read this right here real fast. Apolline, since you're on the screen, can you read that for us?
The art of pausing. enhancing the flow and clarity of your speech. Pauses play a crucial part. Wait, my bad. Why am I saying?
Run it back. Come on.
All right. The art of pausing, enhancing the flow and clarity of your speech. Pauses play a crucial role in enhancing the flow and clarity of your speech. They provide natural breaks, allowing your audience to process the information and giving you time to gather your thoughts. Well-placed pauses can help you maintain a steady pace, prevent rushing, and enhance, why did I say enhance? And ensure that your message is delivered with clarity and coherence. Pauses also create a sense of anticipation, keeping your audience engaged and attentive.
All right, great stuff. So remember, we want to start practicing reading like how we would say it. That's how we're going to move into a great way of articulation, and you'll become a master orator, right? Yes, you might, have things that you repeat here and there. You might stutter a little bit, but it's natural. That's just come from speaking and thinking at the same time. That's just what happens. So, but I want everybody to get into a flow of being able to read this and speak it at the same time, right? Enhancing the flow and the clarity of your speech. Pauses play a crucial role in enhancing the flow and clarity of your speech. Like, that doesn't sound like I was reading it. That sounds like I was saying it. I want you to be able to read like you're saying it. They provide natural breaks, allowing your audience to process the information and giving yourself time to gather these thoughts. So when Apoline said crucial role or crucial part, he could have just kept going. He didn't have to stop just because he said the wrong word. It still made sense and it still had the flow. So sometimes you're going to read and you're going to think that the word that you're about to read is another word. Just keep flowing with it because it's just going to make sense, right? So don't hold yourself back. Just understand it's all about the flow. That's why the pauses are crucial. That's why the tone inflection is masterful. Because when you add it in the strategic places, you can enhance your story, you can enhance your speech, and then also enhance the delivery. So scroll back down to the next slide, and I want the next two people to come up and say it with all of the elements combined.
Let's go, King Bruce.
Let's go, fam. All right, tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidently deliver memorable presentations. Improvement in public speaking requires more than practice and persistence. Embrace the opportunity to speak publicly. Seek feedback and continuously refine your approach.
Did anybody else feel like he was reading? Because I felt like he was just talking. And it made a much more impact, right? Doesn't that make a much more impact? Like, don't get me wrong, it's very beautiful and eloquent for anybody to come up here and speak. Tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be a daunting, but like, I get that. Like, that's great. All of that sounds good. That's great. But there's power to being able to speak it. Like, tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills, right? I love that. I love the way that feels. And everybody else can resonate. It doesn't feel like you're just reading. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we're not in grade school where we're going to get graded by how well we can articulate the words in reading. We're going to get judged based upon how well we can make somebody feel us.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to make them feel you. So you got to use all of the tools that we're talking about: body language, tone inflection, adding emphasis, knowing when to add the pauses. One of my favorites is stretching it out. And I always joke on Brooklyn people because Brooklyn people are funny, but we come from Brooklyn, so it's just like me a joke. But Brooklyn women, they know how to stretch our words. Stop it. Like, they would say stuff like that, right? They'll draw out the words. Take those tips from them, right? So speaking tips, like, be able to draw out the word a little bit to add emphasis, right? Be able to play around with it and understand that this is fun. Speaking is fun because guess what, y'all? On the real side, one day you will no longer be able to say another word. Let's just be 100%. Like, you'll no longer be able to say another word. So right now, have fun with it. Have fun with it. So let's go with Moya, then Jasmine to close out for this particular section here.
Let's go, Moya.
All right. Tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidently deliver memorable presentations. Improvement in public speaking requires practice and persistence. Embrace opportunities to speak publicly, seek feedback, and continuously define your approach. Not too happy with that.
It's okay. It was good. It still was good. Definitely just don't be in your head, because if you're in your head, you're gonna feel like you messed up. And I remember I told y'all, like, even if you don't say the word that's on the screen, if you're speaking from your heart, it's not gonna matter. I do it all the time. It's not gonna matter. Promise you, it just won't matter because it's something that the feeling overrides everything else. You know how if you thought somebody was wrong, but you were the one that's actually wrong, but the whole time, like your feelings said that they were the ones that was wrong. It didn't matter that if you were wrong or not at that moment. You just felt like they were wrong. Feelings will override everything. So if you got that feeling, you got that passion, you got everything that comes with speaking and connecting with somebody else's heart, then what's going to happen is you're going to win. You're going to make impact. The other person's going to feel heard, felt, and seen. And that's what we're all here for. We're all here to do those 5 things. Drop those 5 things in the chat, y'all. Or just say it. Like, you know, we want to feel what? Love, appreciated, heard, felt, and seen. Like, that's it. And the way to get to that is your language. Like, I was on the phone with Ramel earlier today. He was like, yo, I was talking to Taisha, man. Some people gave some feedback, and it's like, yo, Coach Crew was talking condescending, man. Like he was putting us down or something. And then I was talking to Apolline. I was like, he's like, yo, how you feel about that, man? I'm like, nah, like they're right, because sometimes I am talking like that, and it's condescending. And he's like, yeah, I can see what you're saying. It's just I believe that the way that you're speaking is you're talking to a different type of person. You're talking to somebody who's ready to go, ready to move. The people who are hurt, those are people who don't move. Like, those are people who think that everything is against them. They feel they're the victims. So no matter what I said to them, they was going to feel like that regardless, because it's called accountability. If I was going to make them feel accountable, they're going to get up, they're going to feel sad regardless. But the reality of it is, everybody here are superstars. If you're letting somebody else's words make you feel less than, especially if the intention is not to hurt you, then you're already down. You're already down a couple points. So when you come, but the biggest part of it though is, in actuality, I'm not here to hurt people. So I should not make people feel like I'm talking down to them, regardless. It's just, that's the reality of it. So, and my feedback to myself is, okay, how can we make that a reality where they don't feel like someone is attacking? One of the ways to do it is to be able to stay within the character of speaking to inspire. So when you come up here and you come to speak, which lane are you going with? Because you could read this, you could read what's on the screen different ways, right? And it can come up different types of ways to other people. But what is your intention? Because if I came up here and I didn't have a great night's sleep, and I came up here and I'm on accountability calls and I'm not realizing that I really want to help, but I'm really not helping because my energy is down, I cannot affect other people that way. So regardless of whether I feel like it or not, they probably did catch me on a day where I wasn't my best. So you have to constantly be practicing and put yourself in a position to articulate yourself so well that it doesn't even matter if you're not feeling well, because your natural autopilot just can handle that. And that's why we're having these speaking classes, because whether you believe it or not, you are where you're at because of your autopilot. You are where you're at because of everything you practice, because everything that you got in your mind, that's your autopilot. That's why when Apolline and I was talking, he was like, yeah, you know what? Like, most people are where they at right now because of what they do know, but they're not where they want to be because of what they don't know, 100%. So you got to get your autopilot rising at a level that you can fly no matter what. Like, I should be able to come in here and articulate myself so smoothly and so easy that everybody feels good. Nobody should walk away from here feeling upset. So if one of you felt like that, I'm sending y'all my love and apologies to you. if any one of you felt like that, because that's not my intention. My intention is not to make you feel bad. My intention is to have you feel inspired. But I cannot pretend. I do not get happy when we create these programs for your benefit and you just look at them and then act like you don't need them, and then you complain about your situation. Like, if any of you have children, or if any of you have any family, you've done something for somebody who complains about something, you're probably gonna feel like, wow, it's a slap in the face. So once again, when you come in, when you show up, show all out, but your speaking is going to allow you to get through it all, right? So Jasmine, before we go to Ebony, Ebony, just hold that thought, whatever it is you guys say, just make sure you write it down just in case you might forget it. Encompass everything that we're talking about: body language, tone inflection, emphasis, the pausing, everything that we said, and just read those 2 paragraphs along with that type.
Absolutely. Okay. Tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidently deliver memorable presentations. Improvement in public speaking requires not only practice, but persistence. Embrace opportunities to speak publicly, seek feedback, and continuously refine your approach.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Remember, y'all, just play around with the words. Have fun with it. I'm telling you, like, when you start seeing it as fun, your life is going to change. Tips for public speaking. Just get up here and get crazy with it. In fact, let's do that exercise. Everybody come up here one time, get crazy with it, get animated with the speech, do what you want to do. But let's go with Ebony before we do that. Ebony, you had your hand raised. What happened, Queen?
Oh, I just took it down because you had just recognized me. I just wanted to elaborate a little bit on what you said. I mean, I can appreciate the apology, but at the same time, I need the truth. And if we talking to coaches and this, we getting on here and we looking for the truth, if we not really doing what it is that we need to do, it is, to me, the responsibility of the coach to tell us that. Because if you faking it and then you ain't calling me out on my fake, then I'm gonna think it's okay to go out here and fake it. And so unless you want me to fake it, then just don't tell me nothing. Don't give me constructive criticism. We are here to do one thing, and that's to learn. If we already knew it, we wouldn't be here. So thank you for the apology, but I don't think it was needed. I think that whoever was feeling some type of way was because they were feeling some type of way, and that people need to start being held responsible for how they feel and the things that they actually want to do in their life. Because I was never faking it, but I think I had needed that little bit of tough love from you. It can't always be sunshine and roses when we get on these calls. We need the truth. I want the truth. That's what I got on here for, to get the truth, to get better, not for you to sugarcoat it and make me feel good. If I'm not doing what I got to do, then you need to call me out, because that's what needs to happen. That's how you make, to me, that's how you make better, impactful leaders. Just needed to say my piece.
Wow, well said. Can everybody clap it up and snap it up? Unmute facts.
Unmute. I'm on the same. Mike's on mute.
Let's go,
Yes,
Ebony.
Queen Ebony.
Tell us
You
that.
are
Let's
correct,
go,
Queen.
Ebony.
Let's go. Let's
Man.
go,
Hey,
Queen.
period. Thanks for the
We need the
apology.
That was
truth.
it.
Keep it.
That was
Kick it.
100%. Yo, that's just me showing y'all a different side of professionalism, because I know that you're not the ones that said it. I know that. But it's just a matter of still me showing you how I'm owning up to what is happening in real time, because at the end of the day, I'm still a human. I still have to treat people with love and respect and kindness. But Ebony is 100% correct. Like, that's the whole intention. The whole intention is for you to do the best that you can do. And I promise you, if somebody came and woke you up out the bed and it was time to go to school and you didn't want to get up, just go to school, somebody just pushing you softly, like, hey, come on, let's go to school. Like, come on, let's get up. You're not getting up. But if your parents came and said, look, we got to go. Like, you got to get up. You got to get ready. You're going to get up and get ready. Like, and that is that level of accountability that we need, because we are going for generational curse breakers. Like, we're going into a new world of like millionaire mindset. And the millionaire mindset is Mamba mentality, mogul mentality. We're here to come and conquer and do everything that we said we was going to do. And it takes a level of perseverance. And the level of perseverance, you're going to need to hear, yo, you can do it. You're going to need to hear, okay, you could do better. You're going to need to hear, you know, you could have done that better. Because why? Because we're going to fall short at times. So I love that, Ebony. 100%. Thank you for stepping up and sharing, shining that light, because everybody yawed with you when you were talking. And I felt the energy. I felt the energy of everybody kind of rise on what you were saying. So great job, Ebony. And this is why we do the public speaking. You understand? Great job, Ebony. Let's go with Kara, and then we go with Jazz.
Oh.
So I just want to add that I'm definitely going to incorporate the pausing into like my everyday, like just talking, because for me, I realized that for me, I need to pause because sometimes when I'm talking, it just sounds like a run-on sentence, right? So then people are just like, wait, can you say that again? And then, like, you know, when I'm talking to my family who live in the South, I already naturally talk fast for them anyway. So I'm like, I'm not talking fast. You just need to catch up, right? But that's negative and I shouldn't do that. So for me, like, this is good stuff. And I'm going to definitely incorporate this, like, going forward and just, like, talking, because I need to do that. Because sometimes I'll be talking and I'll just be like, whew, goddamn, I need a break because I just spoke so fast and I didn't pause. So
Let's do it now.
Thank you for that.
Let's do it now. You said sometimes. How about right now?
right, look. See, look. And
Why you ain't do it just now?
I'm working on it. I'm just starting. See me tomorrow. Let's talk tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, Queen. Not tomorrow. I love it though. I love it.
Yeah, no tomorrows, because tomorrow is not a real thing. It's only today. And that's a whole class. It's only today. Like, that thing will make you move like no other. If you understand that it's only today and it's never a tomorrow, you'll be like, damn, why do I take breaks? Like, you will realize, oh snap, taking breaks actually pull me back. Like, taking breaks actually pull you back. So
hey,
all right,
hey,
cool.
Let me ask her real quick. So just what you said, where could you have paused that and made it a more impactful speech? Because I heard when I talked to my family, you could have paused right there. So that's why I said, let's do it now. Because you could have did it just now. And you could do it right now so that you can implement it tomorrow and the day after. So while we waiting tomorrow, you could do it right now.
Let's get it.
100%. 100%. That's just to add some emphasis, just so we are moving with the speed of now. I know people talk about the speed of light, but we don't really know what that is, but we know what the speed of now is. All right. So let's continue to go. This is what I would love for y'all to do, because I want y'all to get I love for y'all to play with this. So let's try to make this quick, because I want to play a game with y'all before we go. And it's the story game, the connecting story game. So everybody come up here, please enjoy yourself, but literally go all out. Like, get wild with it and just read. Like, get animated, bring your tone inflection, bring your body language, everything that you want to incorporate, and just get wild with it. Like, have some fun with this. So let's go with Jazz to set the tone, because I know Jazz gonna set the tone for everybody. Jazz, go have fun with it. Read the entire thing and just, enjoy yourself.
All right, bet. Let's get it. Tips for public speaking. Okay, public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidently deliver memorable presentations. Improvement in public speaking requires not only the practice, I said not only the practice, but persistent as well. Embrace opportunities to speak publicly, seek that feedback. We need the real. And continuously refine your approach.
All right. So just so everybody's seen that, did you feel negative when she kept repeating stuff, or did you feel positive? So please understand that you can repeat things for emphasis. You can do exactly what she said continuously. It's telling you what to do. Like, the word itself is telling you what to do. Just realize that you can have fun with this. And the more fun you have with this, the better result is going to be for you. So let's continue to go. Jazz, Russian roulette, just pick somebody off the top.
Let's get it. King Bruce, come through. Match the E. Let's get it.
Go off, Bruce.
Let's go. All right. Tips for public speaking. Public
Hold
speaking
on, hold
can
on.
be.
Hold on. I want your alter egos to be on this one. It's a reason why I'm doing this.
All
I
right.
don't want you to come up here and sound like Bruce. You better come up here and sound like Bruce Leroy or somebody. Go ahead.
I love it. Tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidently deliver memorable presentations. Improvement in public speaking it absolutely requires practice and persistence. Embrace, embrace the opportunities to speak publicly. Seek feedback and continuously refine your approach.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm liking this version of y'all versus the other versions. That's just me. I'm having a good time with this one. Great job, brother. Russian roulette. We going with Ebony next.
Let's go. All right. Tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, right? But with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidently deliver memorable presentations. Improvement in public speaking requires practice and persistence. Practice and persistence. Embrace opportunities to speak publicly, seek feedback, accept that feedback, and continuously to refine your approach.
You see how she added that, accept that feedback in it? Doesn't that add a layer of value? Like, isn't that just adding value to it? So please understand, please put your sugar and spice on it and everything nice. Everybody make some noise for Ebony, make some noise for Bruce. Send some love in the chat, please. Let's continue to go. Who you got, Jazz?
I got Queen Moya.
I knew it was me too. All right. Tips for public speaking.
No, Moya, no. Moya, this is not traditional Moya. I want a brand new Moya, please. Not that Moya. Please. Janelle, please. Okay,
Bring
go
out
ahead.
the Moya. Bring out the gal them.
Yeah, please.
All right. Tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidently deliver memorable presentations. Improvement in public speaking requires practice and persistence. Embrace opportunities to speak publicly, seeking feedback, and continuously refine your approach.
All right, great job. Send some love for Moya in the chat. Jasmine, you really set this ball with that continuously. All right, who we got? We got Kira coming up next. Come on, Kira.
All right. Okay, my darlings. Here are some tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you improve your skills, confidently deliver a memorable presentation.
Wait, hold on. No. I'm gonna stop you right there. Go with that darling attitude that you have. Whatever that was,
darlings?
bring that out. Bring whatever that is, bring that out.
All right. Okay, my darlings, here are some tips for public speaking. Y'all with me? All right. Public speaking could be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidently deliver memorable presentations. All right, honey? Improvement in public speaking requires practice, persistence, embracing opportunities to speak publicly, seek feedback, and continuously refine your approach. Okay, my babies, y'all listening? Y'all with me? Okay.
We follow. Which one do y'all like better? Y'all like the original or y'all like the second remix? Which one? Let us know in the chat because I'm loving the remix.
Big grievous.
I'm loving the remix. Great job, Kara. That's what I'm talking about. On the spot, baby. All right, Jazz, who you got?
Let's get it. We got King Manny, and we gonna do the finale with Coach Magic.
Let's go. All right. Tips for public speaking.
Public speaking can be very Oh, I'm sorry. Let me start over.
No, look, you had us. I'm telling you right now, you had
Yes,
us, man.
he said very.
It's
Keep
it's
it
not on
going.
the paper.
It doesn't matter if it's on the paper or not. You had us. You had us. Keep it going. Start over from the top. Let's go.
All right, tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be very daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidence, deliver memorable presentation. Improving your public speaking require practice, persistence, and you must embrace the opportunity to speak publicly, seeking feedback, continuously refining your approach.
All right, great job, great job. That was good. I did feel like you went back into your autopilot version of yourself. I'm not gonna make you do it over, only because I love how you started out, and I love the fact that you added very. So great job on that. Send some love in the chitty, and let's go to Magic Mogul.
All right, this how we gonna do it. Hold up. That's how we gonna do it. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna stand up. Let me see. Hold up. All right. So, tips for public speaking.
No, start over. You're starting with that Magic Mogul stuff. I don't want to hear the Magic Mogul stuff.
Oh, all right. So you want to hear?
If you the Magic Mogul, you better put a rabbit out your hat or something right now. I want you to go off. I don't want you to be the same person. Okay.
All right. Cool. So, tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice.
No, bro. That's the normal you, bro. I don't want to hear it no more.
It is the normal you.
Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, y'all. If it's the normal him, put it in the chat. Because I think this is the normal I believe.
Yeah.
You need some new magic tricks. New magic.
Hold on. I got to stand it up there and work. All right.
Bring your alter ego, brother.
All right, so okay, I'm gonna act like it's a commercial then. Let's do that. It's a commercial now. It's a commercial.
Right.
Damn, because I feel like I'm about to say exactly the same thing. Hold up. All right.
So the key here is this: just add different words to it. Add words to it that's not there that can enhance the speaking.
Mm-hmm. Okay. These are the tips for public speaking. Public speaking can be daunting, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills and confidently, I said confidently, deliver memorable presentations. Improvement in your public speaking requires practice. I said you have to practice and be persistent. Embrace opportunities to speak publicly, seek feedback, and continuously refine your approach.
Yo, good job.
That's
bro.
still
good
Magic Mogul. I feel like I still
I
took
would
like
much
that.
better.
He's still the same. You did all of that and still the same. It was good.
Yeah,
Good job.
bro. That's just me.
He couldn't break character for once. He couldn't even. He was trying so hard. Look, let me put y'all on game real quick. Let me give y'all some tips for public speaking. Look, public speaking can be daunting. I'm gonna be real with you now, but with the right tips and advice, you can improve your skills confidently, deliver more memorable presentations. Y'all want memorable presentations? If y'all want memorable presentations, put some memorable words in the chat. Put the words in the chat. Let's go.
That ain't true all the time.
That ain't me. That ain't me all the time. That ain't me all the time. Look, because I'm talking about reading, man. Read like you're reading. I'm talking about reading. Like I want you to speak it as if I want you to read it as if you're speaking. So it's not that I want you to come up here and get foolish. The exercise is for you to see how easy it is to make yourself a great speaker by adding layers to your speaking. So one of the hacks with this was allowing you to add your own spin, allowing you to add your own emphasis, your own words to it. And I'm quite sure you can tell a difference, right? It is 9:03. Some of you do need to go to class. It is 9 o'clock. So please, if you need to go to class, go ahead. Anybody who is not in class and want to stay for a minute, I'm gonna do a speaking game with y'all. Some of you played it already, and then we're gonna close up. But some of you are in class. I think Manny got class, and I think Bruce has class. Ebony, do you have class? Yeah, so Ebony has class. Kira has class too. Get out of here,
We
Kira.
all got class on this call.
I was about to
Well,
say,
Jasmine don't really got class.
I'm always in class. Life is class.
Get an energy
All right.
coach. She did this already.
All right, so bet. We're gonna let everybody go to class, and then we'll see y'all next week. We'll see y'all on accountability call tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please spread the word for people who were not there. Let them know that we do have accountability program for the next 4 weeks. And just so y'all on here, it is a bonus week coming up in there too. So just so y'all know. All right, great job, everybody. Everybody unmute themselves, clap it up and snap it up. If you felt like you got some value from this, go inside the Telegram group and let us know what you thought from the speaking class tonight. If you improved, if you walk away feeling more confident in any way, in any capacity, let us know in the chat. Congratulations for moving up another level in life. Let's continue to go. Snap it up, clap it up yourself one more time.
Yes.
Let's get
Let's
it.
Great job,
Good
everyone.
job,
Good, y'all.
everyone. Thank you,
Good
King
job,
Kira,
good
for
job.
Let's go.
speaking.
Let's
Thanks,
go.